back to my YouTube channel. My name is Na Odale Koshadoma, and today we will talk about how to tell if someone needs help, if your family needs help, if your acquaintance needs help, how to tell that somebody is in mental distress and they need help from you. But before we go into it, I would like to state emphatically that this does not constitute psychiatric or psychological advice. Please seek help from a professional in terms of dilemma. Okay, so do you know anybody with mental health conditions? Are you able to tell if somebody needs help? Are mental health conditions conversations that you can actually have with your family? Are you able to discuss this among your friends? Because there's a lot of stigma attached to mental health conditions, many people do not talk about it. They prefer to believe it doesn't exist. Basically play the ostrich with their head buried in the sand. In Ghana, we have adopted one broad, harmful term for people that suffer from mental health diseases. We call them mad. This term is very harmful. I know you use it. I use it too. It is wrong. When you call somebody who is suffering from mental health condition mad, you would probably be making their conditions more serious than it could have been. What I want us to discuss today is how to tell if the person next to you is suffering from conditions they have no control over, so you can reach out and help them. There are many different forms of mental health diseases. I have seen people or met people with schizophrenia, bipolar conditions, psychosis, depression, OCD, anxiety disorder, PTSD, people that experience panic attacks or general mental breakdown. All of these conditions manifest differently. This is why the tag mad is so wrong. Because one person's condition is absolutely different from the next condition. And then they manifest in different ways altogether. Like they are not the same. Sometimes there's two people suffering from the same condition. I have schizophrenia, you have schizophrenia. We would not behave the same way. The symptoms are individual specific and then also the condition. So you cannot look at somebody and then call the person mad, not taking into consideration what they are suffering from and then how you can help them. And also, before I go into the list that talks about the symptoms or what to look out for or the telltale signs that would tell you to know that somebody beside you or somebody close to you, a family, a friend, an acquaintance is suffering, this list is not for you to diagnose somebody's illness. It is not a tool for you to gossip about your friends and to use against them when you're having arguments or confrontations. This tool is basically to tell you once again that the person close to you is suffering from conditions they cannot help and have no control over, so you help them. The aim of all of this is so that you empathize, you reach out, and you help. That is the goal. It's not for you to diagnose, because you cannot diagnose somebody's illness from the list I'm about to give you. And it's not for you to gossip about somebody. It's not for you to look at somebody's condition and a symptom and say, oh, this person is suffering from this. It doesn't work that way. I'm just going to give you a general list. Within this list, you would identify a few things. And when you see somebody suffering from some of these things and is consistent, and then you are close to the person, please then you reach out, help them to seek medical care, and show them that you are there to support them. So the list is long, so I'm just going to go into them one after the other. So the first one will be when somebody is feeling sad and low for a very long time. Like the person is sad all the time and is happy sometimes. Opposite to what most people would experience, which is happy most of the time and sad sometimes. When you notice a family member, an acquaintance who is sad all the time or most of the time, then that person might need help, and it would help that you reach out and then talk to the person. The second one is the exhibition of confusion or reduced ability to concentrate. When you find that a very smart student is unable to concentrate in class any longer, or the person is not able to grasp things that they could have grasped previously, or just general things outside of the house, outside of the classroom, in the house, in conversations. You find that somebody is repeatedly showing signs of confusion, or is not able to concentrate on a topic matter and keeps veering off, diverting and digressing, and it's consistent over time, because all of these signs are things that we would all experience at some point. It only becomes alarming when it becomes a consistent behavior that is actually supposed to make you notice them. So yeah, confusion and then reduced ability to concentrate is a sign that the person might need help. Excessive mood swings, when the person is super hyper excited 1 minute and then the next minute super low and sad. Excessive mood swings is a telltale sign of mental health distress. Withdrawal from friends and activities is also a major sign. When somebody who is friendly, likes to enjoy people's company, loves to laugh and play, all of a sudden becomes secluded and doesn't want to mingle and would give excuse at every opportunity to go out. That is a very big change, and it's something that you should take note of, and as still reach out in a way that you can. When you notice significant tiredness and then lack of sleep and low energy in somebody who is usually hyper and intense, that should tell you also that there could be something wrong. Another one is delusion. You find a person is absolutely delusional and hallucinating. The person tells you there is a ghost here and there is no ghost. Even ghost is far-fetched. If the person tells you your shirt is pink when you know for a fact you're not even wearing a shirt to start with, that is something to worry about. When they start talking about things that just don't exist, or things you can't see, or things you can't touch, but they talk as if they see, touch and feel it, then that is something to also still take note of. Another one is change in sex drive. Some people lose their libido entirely, and some people become, I don't know the right word to use for it, but you know what I'm saying. Like, they become excessive and then they want it all the time. If the mood changes and the person changes from who they really are, and then it's consistent, then there is a need to investigate that one too. If you find a person being scared all the time, scared, like excessive feeling of guilt, excessive fear, excessive worry, always worried about what is going to happen and is scared of what is going to happen, that person would probably need help also. Just reach out and have conversations with the person. When people start using alcohol or drugs, most of the time these things are just to cover up the real issues that are there. And then when you take note of these things, you should reach out. Excessive anger, violence and hostility is something that you should definitely look through and ask questions about. When you notice that the person's eating habits has changed, either eating too small or too much, that is also a behavior that you would have to question and then investigate. Also, when you realize that the person is not able to deal with daily and normal problems with life, daily stresses, like somebody pissing you off slightly and then your reaction to it is over the moon, or when you get a broken heart and then you want to kill yourself. All of those things are symptoms, not symptoms, but telltale signs that shows that the person could be suffering from mental health diseases. And the emphasis is on the word could be. None of these things are diagnostic symptoms. None of these things will tell you exactly what the person is experiencing. Finally, suicidal thinking is one of the things to look out for. When somebody starts thinking about committing suicide, for whatever reason, those ones can be very dangerous, because once the person goes through it, that is it. There is no coming back. So when you have somebody who talks about committing suicide, that is something you should get help for as soon as possible. So the basis of all of this, as I said before, is not to diagnose, gossip, or use against people that you see the symptoms from. It is basically that you are empathizing with people, that you reach out to the people that need your help. We upload videos every Wednesday, so please like and subscribe to my channel so you are the first to see the videos when I upload them. I'll see you again next week. Until then, Bye.